Wild Side Confessions. He looked at me with those reckless eyes and said, "I love your wild side." That was right after he confessed he'd been chatting with someone online, pretending to be me. He said it like it was some weird kind of compliment, like my chaos had inspired him to slip into my skin and cause a little more. The confession hit me harder than any fight we'd had. I couldn't decide if I wanted to scream or just laugh at how completely messed up it all was. We were always a mess, living off midnight arguments and 2 a.m. makeups, but this was a new level. I asked him why he'd do that, why he'd want to play at being me with someone who wasn't me. He shrugged, saying there was something thrilling about pretending, about seeing how far he could push the boundaries. He claimed it wasn't cheating, just a game. I felt sick, picturing him typing out my words, selling off pieces of me to a stranger for his own entertainment. The next day, instead of leaving like any sane person would, I pushed for more details. I needed to know everything, like maybe the truth would make it easier to walk away. He showed me messages, slipping into the persona I'd shown him, the jokes, the dark humor, the vulnerability I'd reserved only for him. He'd given it all away, and yet, the more I read, the more I saw myself in his words. Except it wasn't me, not really. It was his version of me, twisted and exaggerated, and it hurt in a way I hadn't expected. I told him I was done, and for once, he didn't fight back. But later that night, I found myself drafting a message to a stranger, pretending to be him. I wanted to know what it felt like. I hated that I understood the impulse, that I wanted to step out of my own skin and be someone else for a while. The real twist was that the line between betrayal and curiosity was so thin, I barely noticed when I crossed it.